back in 2014. There's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Jones. This is Smith with a grab. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Throwing Jones. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Harris running straight ahead. And he's got room. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play it works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And he stopped at the 44. It's also a gain of 4, and now it's 4th down. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They go play action now. Wilson looking for Mims, but this is intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Folk, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That play unable to get started thanks to the defense of Quan Alexander.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Back to throw. Jones. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw is Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy.
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Oh, now a running play here with Smith. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On second down, this is Harris. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Off play action. Jones. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Folk's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more, but this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On second down, a run with Hall. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Wilson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Here we go.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10. There's Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 31, Wilson. And check down complete to Hall. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll leave them with a third and just a yard.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's third and a yard. They'll run with Hall. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. 4th down. Here's Wilson. And able to connect with Berrios. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. The Jets now at 2-5 to start play. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Ready, go.
Wilson will throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's at the 40. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. I love plays like that. A defensive lineman holding the football. It's like a kid who stole a cookie from the cookie jar, and then he's just fleeing the scene of the crime.
And all he's doing in his mind, reliving his days when he was young, probably played fullback on his high school team, always wanted to be the tailback carrying the ball, trying his best to lug that bad boy the distance.
Pretty impressive pick there off the screen, and then a nice return.
You know, nowadays, they do more ball drills with the big guys than ever before because they want to take possessions away from the offense.
Jones now throwing on first down. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Harris is into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Jake Bailey to kick off for the Patriots.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. Open man is Uzama. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Jets on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Play action. It's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball. Normally I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
Let's go, let's go, let's go! Wow, move! Exit!
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzama. And he is going to have the Jets first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And now here is another interception. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Pats are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Looking here for Smith downfield. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Ashton Davis.
Ready!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one too low.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here we go!
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
At the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Able to connect with Mims. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half. And, my goodness, another interception. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Patriots will take over here just shy of the 30. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Jones on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
To throw again on second down. Wilson, he's going to go up top again. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one's going to fall incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
They go play action with Wilson. And he completes it to Berrios. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Straight ahead is Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Wilson. And now here is another interception. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Pats are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now Jones. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Patriots.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league. 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Fair catch. Your neighbor, 25-yard line. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Running the jet sweep, Thornton.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Tyquan Thornton, his first rushing touchdown on the year.
As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
Patriots 31, Jets 7. Jake Bailey to kick off for the Patriots.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made on the 25-yard line. The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wilson.
That pass complete to Moore.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
61. Matchbox. Hammond.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson, and he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. This one left side caught by Berrios.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Mills. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the 2nd half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fair catch made take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team is.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Throwing Jones. And over the middle, this is Parker. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Now a play fake here on first down. Open receiver here, complete. It's Parker. Touchdown. Devontae Parker. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Pats get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
5 yards remain on second down.
Throwing is Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you'd love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, +3.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Off the play fake, Jones.
Targets Parker, and he's got him on the crossing route.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Off play action, Jones. And right side, Henry's got it. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Patriots are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Folk connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally,
let's go.
I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's Jones.
So that a 56-yard punt with a 14-yard return.
And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
New England on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Off the play fake. Jones airing it out deep for Smith. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Jets are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Matt Judon. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Wilson to throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. DJ Reed, who played in college at Kansas State, made the tackle.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First down, Patriots.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run again with Harris. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
73 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
They go play action here on first down. This is Smith with a grab. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Looking to throw. Jones. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Jake Bailey to kick off for the Patriots.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Berrios now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film and find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation